What's good, everybody? It's Jonah come back at you with another video. So with this video, I want to dedicate this one for anyone out there who's striving for greatness in any area of their life, right? Whether it's fitness, whether it's becoming the best version of yourself, whether it's, building a business or achieving massive levels of success, right? Whether it's building your YouTube channel, whatever it is, right? I want you to think about this idea, right? Because I'm going to break it down for you guys. This idea that there are no external circumstances stopping you. There are no external forces stopping you, right? Because people tend to have this idea or this belief that all of these variables that are outside of me are getting in the way and preventing me from being successful in whatever endeavor that I'm pursuing. And I'm here to tell you that there are none, right? No, there are no external forces that are stopping you, right? If there's anything that ever stops you, it is an internal force. It is internal dialogue, right? Things that you tell yourself, that you have yourself think or believe is true, that will ultimately prevent you from achieving your goals, right? Because what you need to understand is when you're after a goal or a dream, the only time it's ever considered a failure is when you quit, is when you give up, right? And people give up because of the internal dialogue or the things that they tell themselves, right? That will make them quit, will make them give up. What you need to remember is if you have a goal or dream and you're working towards it each and every day, it doesn't have to be each and every day, but if you're working towards it, right? If you're fixated on this and you're making progress, whether it could be you taking baby steps, right? But as long as you have that goal, that dream in mind, and you continue heading in that direction, that is what makes you a success. That is what makes you successful, because you have your mind made up as far as what is it that you're going after and what is it that you want, and you're moving in that direction, right? Someone can have a goal of becoming the best teacher in the world, right? Becoming the best at what they do. Say they're a second grade teacher, right? And their goal is to become the best teacher ever. If you're constantly finding ways to get better, finding ways to assist your students, showing up each and every day with the right attitude, you are a success. You are successful. Even if becoming the best teacher in the world, even if there may not be any sort of way to truly measure that, right? To arrive at that destination, the fact that, the teacher showing up each and every day, bringing out the best version of themselves, that is what makes them successful, right? The moment the teacher decides to give up, right, and no longer choose to do that, that's when, you can make the case that that person becomes a failure when they quit. But why would someone quit? It wouldn't be because of external factors. It would be because of internal factors, right? It would be because the teacher no longer believes that they're capable of it, right? They no longer believe that they're good enough, or that they believe that they can't do it, right? Those are all internal factors, right? These are all internal dialogues, right? These are thoughts that we have, right? Like if you believe that it were inevitable for you to succeed or for you to win, you'll keep at it, right? You'll remain persistent because you know that it's already done. You know that you're good enough. You know that you're capable. So you'll keep pushing forward, right? The moment you believe that you're not good enough, or maybe success was not meant for you, or maybe it's just taking too long, or maybe whatever the excuse is, that is what will prevent you from getting there. Because what you need to understand is, if you have your mind made up about something, right, that you will achieve something, that you will get to your goal, that you will get to your dream, that you will achieve this. You have your mind made up that it's inevitable for you to get there, you're gonna get there, right? The human will is too strong. You'll literally exhaust all options. You'll leave no stone unturned, right? If you believe that it's inevitable for you to win, you'll find a way to do it, right? I remember I heard a story of I guess it was probably one of the commanders in chief here in the United States at the time, right? When they were, trying to send an astronaut or someone to the moon, right? They asked the astronauts, the people that was working in like, the airspace, basically asking them, what will it take, acting the scientists, right? What will it take for us to send a man onto the moon, right? And the response was the will to do it, right? The will to do it, the will, it is internal. Like, think about that. Really think about that, right? When asked, what will it take? This is before man has ever stepped foot on the moon. What will it take to send man onto the moon, right? They weren't thinking about finances. They weren't thinking about all these other external variables, right? They simply just said the will to do it, right? You've heard the saying, if there's a will, there's a way, right? And so this is why there are no external circumstances or external factors stopping you. It's all internal, right? The moment you truly believe in the internal dialogue of you being not good enough, of you not being capable enough, that is what will essentially prevent you from continuing, right? Because in your mind, you're not good. In your mind, you can't anymore. So if you can't anymore, then it won't happen. Even though what you need to understand as well is there's a saying, it's like whether you believe you can or believe you can't, either way you're both right, because it's true, right? If you believe you can't do something, then you're gonna just let it go and you're never gonna see it through. And so since you said you believe you can't do it, then yes, you're true about that belief, because you're no longer capable. You said you're not capable, so why continue? And because because there's no reason for you to continue, then you won't. But if you believe you can, if you believe you're good enough, if you believe you're capable enough, then you'll keep at it until you get there, until you win, right? And that is the big difference right there. It's all about your belief. It's all about your self-talk. It's all about the thoughts that you think, right? If you believe you're good enough to be, do, or have anything, right? That you are capable enough, that you are worthy, then you would have your mind made up that you can accomplish anything. You wouldn't even quitting or giving up wouldn't even be an option. It wouldn't be a possibility. And if that is an option, then the only option is to move forward, right? The only option is to continue trying new things until you win, right? Until you get a reward from it. That's the idea here, right? This is why for all things that are important in your life, you need to be able to take a step back and realize that there are no external forces stopping you, right? None. It's not the government, right? It's not the economy. It's not the job market. It's none of that, right? People tend to live their lives from the victim mindset or the victim mentality, thinking that I'm here because of everything else that's going on that's not letting me win, when in actuality, the reason is inside, right? You have access to everything that you already need. You already have all the answers within you. And so if there's something that you want, go out and pursue it, and pursue it relentlessly, and continue being your biggest supporter, your biggest cheerleader, right? Because you can achieve what you set out to achieve. It's all possible. A lot of the things that we want in life has already been done or accomplished by other people. Therefore, it is possible, right? And that person who's accomplished, say you have a dream and you see someone who's, accomplished a similar dream, right? It may very well be possible that that person started from a similar position that you were in, right? That they started from the beginning, that they started from zero. So that person just decided to go through the journey and they had to support themselves along the way to get there, right? And they had their mind made up that they were going to win, right? If you, once again, whether you believe you can or believe you can't, either way, you're both right. So you have to figure out what is it that you want for all areas of your life. If you believe you are capable, then you will continue at it. You will persist. And if you're persisting towards a goal, then that is what makes you a success, and you're successful, right? Because you know what is that you want and you're heading towards that North Star. So you are a success the moment you figure out what you want and you continue heading there. And so this is what I need you to remember and be aware of, that there's nothing outside of you that's ever stopping you. It's only anything internal, right? If you want something bad enough, you are literally going to exhaust all options. You are not going to leave any stone unturned, because you know that this is part of your journey, that this is meant to happen. And so you will literally have an unbreakable, unshakable will to make it happen. And once you believe that you're going to make it happen because you believe that it's already done, that is when things will happen for you. So that wraps up the video. Enjoy the video. Do leave a like and subscribe as you're on the road to a million subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.